This overload.
Welcome to Technically Speaking, the show for the technically challenged. Today we're going to be talking about safety on the internet. Now, safety doesn't mean taking care not to slip and fall, but there are plenty of things on the internet that can damage you, your computer, and even spread to your friends' computers. The internet is a treasure trove full of wonderful things: movies, entertainment, shopping, communication, a whole world out there. But if we're not careful, every time you go on the web, it can be opening Pandora's box. There are plenty of things lurking there that you really want to be aware of. So we're going to talk about what they are and how to stay away. Let's take a look and see what we see here. Cash, diamonds, free iPhone. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. There are plenty of scams on the internet, and some of them just sound too fantastic to believe. Of course, scams have been around since the beginning of time. Maybe even the cavemen were scamming each other. But the internet is a whole new world of scamming. A scammer can reach millions of people in just a few moments. And people have a tendency to believe what they read. One of the most common scams is an email scam. Here's one now, that someone is promising that they can give me money out of their diamond mine, if I send them a cash advance, of course. While you may say, who on earth would send $10,000 to a stranger in the hopes of getting a return, you would be surprised how many Americans have gone out and even mortgaged their homes to send money to these scammers. The lesson here is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Another very common scam is the pop-up scam. I'm sure you've had pop-ups offering you free iPads, cruises, vacations. Again, nothing is for nothing in this world. So don't believe what you see, and whatever you do, don't click on the link. Just click on an X and get out of there. If you click on the link and it brings you someplace, believe me, you're not getting a free iPad. You might be getting something so much worse. What else do we have here? A scam that can only happen on the internet. It's a phishing scam. But instead of going for fish, they're out for your passwords, your account numbers, any kind of information that they can get and profit from it. This type of phishing with a PH, is done when somebody sends you an email and it looks like they're from your bank or from PayPal, and they're asking you for an account number. Here's an example of one now. Looks like it's coming from Citibank. Dear valued card member, due to concerns for the safety and integrity of your system, please click on the link below and put in your account number. Looks legitimate to me, but it's a very common ploy, and if you click on that link, you'll instantly be brought to a website that looks exactly like Citibank, down to the last detail. But it's not the Citibank website. And as you sit there and type in your account numbers and passwords, you've just given an open door to these people who are going to just take all of your money or worse. Whenever you get an email such as this, all banking institutions will tell you, we never ask you in an email for sensitive information. They warn you in advance that this happens. But if you're concerned, call Citibank. Call the 800 number and ask them yourself, is there a problem with my account? I'm sure there's not. But whatever you do, Please do not click on the link in there. Did you ever get the feeling that somebody was spying on your every move? Well, they probably are. There's plenty of spyware on the internet. What happens with spyware is a tiny program is left on your computer without you knowing it. This little program sends back information to its creator about everything you do, the sites you visit, the movies you watch, and even, yes, those account numbers that you keep inputting. Spyware is usually piggybacked with regular downloads. So you might be downloading music or programs, but spyware is coming along with it, and you'll never know. When you begin to realize it is because spyware makes your computer get slower and slower until finally it grinds to a halt. The reason for that is because the computer is running, let's say, a word processing program for you, but it's also running this spyware in the background, so it can only give you half of its memory. If you had 2 spyware programs, now you're down to a third. You can see how this would get slower and slower as things go on. Spyware comes onto other programs that you load onto your computer, and the best way to avoid it is to make sure you only download programs and music from reputable sources. You want to go someplace where they say that they are absolutely spyware free. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. Sometimes, however, they'll even tell you when those little pop-up boxes come and you say, I agree. Of course, no one actually reads what they've just agreed to. Even reputable sources have those agreements that you're saying you agree to their terms and conditions, and I'm sure none of you have actually read the fine print. Even iTunes, which certainly is not any kind of spyware or malware of any sort, has a 72-page agreement that we all clicked on. I don't know anyone who read the 72 pages. So sometimes they're even admitting that they're spyware. Just beware of where you're going, and don't download music or programs from unreputable sources. They'll slow down your computer tremendously until finally you think, I guess I need a new computer. It just won't go faster. What you really need to do is clean out all of that spyware. That'll help immensely. The thing with spyware and other types of malware is that many times they come disguised as an antivirus program. If any of you have ever had the experience of sitting at your computer and getting a pop-up that says, your computer's been infected, click here for an immediate scan of your computer, that little box is not helping you any. That little box actually is the problem. And when you click on it, they're going to send you to some site that will supposedly be cleaning your computer out. Listed here are some of the names of things that sound terrific. Spy Wiper, Spy Sheriff, Ultimate Cleaner, XP Security. Those all sound like good programs for your computer. But actually these are rogue programs. And if you installed those on your computer, you just open the door to the bad guys right in. Something we definitely want to avoid. Is there a doctor in the house? Well, I hope so, because my computer has a virus. I'm sure you've all heard about computer viruses. They can be deadly. They can do anything to just freezing up your computer to actually erasing your entire hard drive. One of the biggest problems with computer viruses is that not only do they do harm to your computer, but they also replicate and then they send themselves out to all of your friends. They do that by hijacking your address book that's on your computer, your email book, and all of a sudden all of your contacts will get an email containing that same virus. Not something you really want to share with your friends. Computer viruses can then spread from one computer to another. And over time, viruses have caused billions of dollars in damages, lost time, lost computers, because some of them have just been ruined outright. The most common way for you to be getting a computer virus is through an email attachment. So if you get an email attachment that you are not expecting,